Hi, this is Sue Ingram from Converse Well again, and as you know, I train managers and organisations on feedback and so-called difficult conversations. And what many managers say they're apprehensive of is people crying during those feedback conversations. And the reason for that is I think that too many managers feel responsible. You know, they kind of think, I made them cry, and actually drop that idea completely straight away. The reason why people cry is varied. It can be because they're tired and they're stressed. It can be because there's something going on outside of work that's impacting them, and this is the last straw. Maybe it's because they feel they've disappointed you and they didn't want to. Or it could be that you're telling them that they're not so good as they thought and hoped they would be, and that is really quite a disappointing thing to hear about yourself, and that can cause tears, particularly if you put a lot of effort into being good at something and now you're being told that you're not as good as you thought. The final reason can be because people have learned that if I cry during these types of conversations, the other person gets embarrassed and the conversation ends and it's never mentioned again. In other words, this is a game playing tactic to finish the conversation. Now, when you as a manager are in conversation with an individual, you can have a kind of idea as to whether tears are genuine or whether they're game playing, but you don't need to worry too much about it because how you handle tears is exactly the same for both cases. You hand over a tissue, you normalise the fact that tears happen by saying, don't worry about it, tears happen, it just says something of importance is happening here. Take a moment now, compose yourself, and when you're ready, we will continue. Now, if it's genuine tears, the person will take the tissue and they'll mop their face and they're likely to start apologising to you. I'm so sorry, I don't know what came up, I'm so sorry. In which case, step in and normalise it again, just calmly. Don't worry, it just tells us that something important's happening here. It just tells us that you're feeling strongly about something. When you're ready, we will continue the conversation. If it's a game playing tactic, then the person again will take a tissue and mop their face, but they might just throw you a look, which will be somewhat angry. I've certainly had it. This angry look going, oh shucks, you didn't fall for it. And of course, the key communication there is, and the conversation will continue. Now, the worst kind of tears, and it only happens very rarely, is a huge dramatic outburst, people crying out, crying loudly and leaving the room and dashing to the toilets in order to hide away. If that happens, then give the person some time to compose themselves. If they stay in there a bit long, you might want to go in, if you're the same gender, or send a colleague in to check that they're okay. Are you okay? When they come out, take them back into the meeting room. Say, can I just have a quick word with you? And they may look a bit difficult about it, but can I just have a quick word? And then look at them and say, right, clearly something important is going on here and we need to get to the bottom of this. I'm sorry that our conversation sparked this off, but we need to get to the bottom of this. And then if they're calm enough, then you might want to continue the conversation there and then. Take a seat now. Would you like a cup of tea? Let's continue the conversation. Something of that ilk. If they're still a bit distressed and a bit emotional and it's clear that you're not going to get a calm conversation that day, then say, okay, would you like us to continue the conversation tomorrow? And the key thing here is to have that continuation conversation within a day or two. It's got to be very, very quick. But some people might just want to go home, kind of compose themselves, think about what's been said, and they then may be able to come in and hold that calm conversation that you need the following day. Tears are normal. They just say that emotion is running high, something important is happening here. So be calm, hand over the tissues, be graceful about it, give them time to compose themselves, and then continue the conversation. Hope you found that useful. Take care. Bye.